Alright guys, what's going on? Working on the 1600, getting this set up for tomorrow. Got Ken coming over Sunday. So we got the piston cylinders out, we got all the pieces. A couple guys have asked me what are the different parts on the Super 1600. Let's see if I can get you up here. Show you some pieces. We've got our new piston cylinders here. We went with 1600, not 1641. I don't like the difference in the sealing surface on the top of the jug. The 87s and the 88s are too thin here, and if you use those, the piston loses seal to the cylinder because the cylinder distorts. So I always go with the 1600 85.5 cylinders. They'll give you a much longer service and get you down the road for, you know, a long time to come. We have some new deflector plates. These are important. These go under the cylinders. You always want to make sure you get those. We have a new oil cooler. That's important. You want to upgrade to the doghouse style oil cooler. This is the one that goes behind the fan housing. And if you have the small oil cooler, you don't want to do any performance upgrades with that cooler. We have new studs, head studs, and nuts. We got some chrome moly push rods, stock length. And these are stock length, not cut to length. If you're running a huge spacer, you could get them cut to length if you wanted. Moving on back here, we have the Silverline main bearings. These are the metal backed, not the aluminum backed. Silver line cam bearings. We have all new engine hardware nuts, case nuts, and main stud nuts. New Shattuck pump. We've blueprinted this pump. And what I mean by blueprinting the pump, see if I can get that in there. We just go in and clean up the hole, relieve the hole, do the turn there so the oil flows through the pump a little better. We do both sides. That covers the pump. If you were going to full flow this pump, you'd plug it here. We're not going to full flow this. We're going to leave this a standard oiling system. And if he wants to full flow it later on, we'll do that. Anyway, we have a new oil pump cover. You know, hadn't been used. A lot of times, if they've only been used once, you can turn them. But you always want to check the clearance between the gear and the cover. Make sure that it's not going to diminish your oil pressure. We've got a new scat pulley, a degree pulley. This is a scat, not an empy. This is the little nicer of the two. I like the empy achiever pulley, the Berg imitation pulley. I like that kind. That's what I tend to use on my motors, the heavier weighted one. We have a chrome moly gland nut. Again, the crank is 4 dowel, but we have a solid washer and a chrome moly nut. We'll be able to torque that tighter. We'll have a good clamp load on the flywheel. It should be fine. We have a new 09 distributor. This is a CarMax Euromax, and I tried one of these. Actually, I think the parts store actually let me have one of them, and I had really good luck with it. It has a really nice advance curve, and you can see the finish on them. It's really nice. Nice piece. It's good quality, not like some of the imitation ones. That's the one thing that I didn't like about them. Those little things fall off. I always want to take this little dust cap, throw it out because it tends to trap moisture in there with your points. I always recommend taking the points out and going with some Bosch, you know. Even though the Bosch aren't made in Germany, they're much better quality than what's in here. These are made in Japan instead of China. I don't know if that makes a difference or not. But like I said, the quality's always been pretty good on them. Other than the little arms falling off, I'm sure you could do some adjustment on these and make these not fall off. We'll deal with that in a little bit. Solid rocker shafts, you need those. We got heavy duty springs on this motor to control the lifters. We have aftermarket camshafts, so anytime you go with a bigger cam, you want to upgrade your valve springs. We have a single spring on this, but it's made for a high lift for our cam. It's matched to our cam. Hardware, you know, for the motor, we bought this cam plug. These cam plugs that you buy don't fit the case. You know, see if you can dig up a standard cam plug for your build. We got the Pluffler gaskets here. We have a new strainer plate. So it comes with the gaskets. It comes with the little copper O-rings. It's also Euromax brand. We have our oil pressure relief system here, our 2 springs, and our plungers. We'll be running the standard plungers, not the high pressure stuff, because we have brand new oil pump and all that good stuff. Here's the high pressure setup. It's got the relief plunger, and the springs are a little stronger. So yeah. What else do we got? We got some spacers here for our compression. We got to figure out the compression ratio. I think we're all right. The heads still have the step in them, and they've never been machined, so they should be good to go. Go move over here to the engine. Let me see if I can get you guys zoomed in there. It's been a while since I used my camera. I've been in bed for 6 days. I went to Orlando the other day for a little while to make a warehouse run, but I've been recovering. We have our C35 cam here. This is a aftermarket camshaft, so you have to buy a gear that installs. The aftermarket cams won't have a gear mated to it. They're bolted on. When you install these gears, you want to make sure your dot's up and your lobe is pointing down. We have the cam in here right now to check for the clearance between the top of the lobe, which would be at high lift, full lift, and the lifter. You should have at least 80. I like 80 to 100. Some people like less. We got about 250 here, so we're good to go. This is a new AS41 Brazilian case, universal. It's a non-hydraulic case. A lot of guys are trying to sell those off for some reason. They got a bunch of those in. The hydraulic lifter cases are a little different. They have a little bigger lifter spigot, and the oil passages are a little different. Send more oil to the lifter to maintain the hydraulic plunger. So beware when you buy a case. Make sure it's not a hydraulic lifter case. You want to make sure that it's a standard case. So we got that all set up in there. We got to sand our cam bearing on some glass. We have not enough end play on our camshaft. Sorry about that shaky cam. Here's our crankshaft. This is a standard German. The rods are resized, new bushings on the little end, remachined on the big end. And yeah, so I'll try to turn this on tomorrow when we start assembling this. I wanted to get it all laid out so we could try to get this done tomorrow. Sort of got to get reacclimated to the shop. Got a bunch of cardboard to get cleaned up. It's rained here for 3 days now, so I've been sleeping it off and feeling a little better. Got this muscle or whatever that's all balled up here. It went down a little bit. It's still there though, so I might have to go get some more stuff done there, but I'm trying to relax. I said take it easy for a month, 3 weeks. So I figure I'll get this motor built, and then I still have this charger over here. Han said he's going to try to get the short block put in that, so maybe if it doesn't rain tomorrow we'll get some stuff done and it'll be a little productive. And maybe when Ken's here tomorrow we can lift the body off the gray car in there and get that done too. Get some pan gaskets on that and get that out of here. That'd be good, because yeah, I'm getting tired. I don't want to do this anymore. not make videos, but I just, you know, I need some rest. But anyway, Andrea's been busting her ass going to work so I can take it easy. And, you know, I'm not going to piss her off because it makes her mad when I come out here. So I've taken the advice of some doctors and some YouTubers and taken some time off. But I missed you guys, so I wanted to push the record button and make a video. Hopefully you got to see all the items here. We'll assemble those rocker shafts. If you want to go back in the old videos, I've made videos on how to build those shafts. You want to build each shaft to each head, and it comes with a series of spacers. Of course, you need some stock rockers to go on there. We're going to be using the 1-to-1 Volkswagen stuff on this. We got our scat lifters without the lube hole in it. We got all our gears laid out here, so we should be able to come out here in the morning and make some progress with this one. So the key is to get it in a long block form, and hopefully I got a breastplate somewhere. I didn't think about that. That's the piece of sheet metal that goes behind the pulley here. Worst case scenario, I just won't install the pulley. But yeah, so I'll try to turn this on. I'll get a piece of glass and I'll show you guys how to clearance this thrust bearing here, because that's something that you'll definitely have to do. The new bearings are all really tight, and the only way to fix that is to sand the bearing, and you want to give it some clearance. And if you don't sand it, you want to at least groove the bearing so it can get some oil between the camshaft and the bearing surface, and it doesn't burn itself up. But you don't have a whole lot of margin with the bearing. It's pretty thin there, so we're going to be conscious of how much we take off. And the cam turns really well in there, but without putting the dial indicator on, I'd say it's probably got about 1, if that. But anyway, thanks for putting up with the lack of videos, and I'll try to get back on the video thing. Definitely got some stuff to get caught up on around here, and I have this Honda. I got to get it going, and I got to get that station wagon out of here, and then I'd like to get the gasket on that Bug so I can get that back to scooter. But yeah, as far as anything else, probably gonna slow down a little bit and do some motor stuff. Not need to do any, try to do some Volkswagen stuff. That 2110 we have over there, I want to get that built. Gotta get some different heads coming for that, and stuff like that. I got a tranny over there, a spare. We're gonna build for this, and I've got a few upgrades on this as far as the fuel system. We're gonna turn this up a little bit. Right now we got a a 1/2-inch line coming from the front to the back, and it's a deadhead regulator system. The fuel pump just deadheads against this regulator, and it's hard on the pump, and it's not allowing me to turn the car up like I want. So we're going to go with a boost reference regulator and a return line, and we're going with a number 10 line from the front of the car to the back of the car, and we're putting the Aeromotive 2000 pump on here. And with that fuel system, we'll be able to get some more power out of it. We're limited to 15 pounds of boost now. But so that's talked to a couple of guys, and they think that's the wall, the 6 flat wall is the fuel system right now. So we're going to upgrade. Of course, fuel injection would be the ultimate step, but I can't afford that. And there's guys that have gone fast with carburetors, so I'm gonna upgrade the fuel system and try that. And if it doesn't work, I'll have all the components in place to go to fuel injection. That Aeromotive 2000 pump will support a carburetor or fuel injection. So the progression would be the throttle body setup with a hat. That hat won't work. There's a lot of technology in the hat once you start force feeding the carburetor. So we'd have to buy a relatively expensive carburetor and expensive hat setup, and it'd probably be intercooled at that point. But I'm just going to try to do the fuel upgrade, and we'll take it out to the track before it gets hot again, before winter's completely gone. And yeah, make another pass so we can put some videos up. Last race we went to, the camera didn't get turned on, so we didn't get any footage from that other than this picture right here. So that's the only footage I got of that race. I didn't see it in any magazines or any other pictures on the internet. So So there's one picture on the internet of it leaving from behind the starting line. But yeah, so let me shut this off. I'm rambling along, rambling. And it's been cool watching your videos again. Thanks for the vids. And thanks for the views, subscriptions. Coming up to 4,000 subscribers. We just did the 3,000 subscriber giveaway. We did a paint gun and we did some cars. Little, what do you call those? I don't know. Collectible cars, you know. Probably gonna do some tools this time. I got some nice set of screwdrivers, and I'm gonna get some more tools when we get to the 4,000 subscriber mark. We'll do some tool giveaways and some paint guns. You guys seem to like the tools, so we need like 40 more people to hit the 4,000 mark. So you guys subscribe if you like the videos. Lets me know that you're watching and you want me to keep making videos, and makes it worth pushing the record button. So thanks for interacting with the channel. I know I've been a little not interacting lately, but I'll try to get back to it, and feeling a little better now. Definitely needed a little break there, and ran myself into the ground. So it happens. I'm not real healthy to begin with, and it doesn't take much. So I gotta watch that. I gotta be smarter. I'm not getting any younger, of course. But you guys have a wonderful night, and we'll turn this on for the build tomorrow, and Ken will be excited to see this, I'm sure. I haven't been able to talk to him last couple times he's called, and I think we have everything here to do what we need to do tomorrow. So all right guys, you have a wonderful weekend. Hope you guys enjoy your Super Bowl, if that's what you're into. And if you're not liking the Super Bowl, you can watch the Super 1600 build. We'll get that up for you. The one thing that he did buy that I don't really recommend is this chrome nut or bolt and washer for the pulley. I used one of these on Greg Porter's project and it came loose, and I don't know, it's because the bolt's plated is what I would imagine. I use the red Loctite usually, and I don't know if it didn't get Loctited or what, but I found that these aftermarket bolts, the washers aren't that good. So we'll see if I have some original hardware. We'll get something painted up so it looks all pretty, and we'll get all that situated tomorrow. So yeah, oh, kicking over the Hemi head, good gosh. All right, you guys have a good one, and turn that camera on, make some videos.